The movie opens up to the era of Red Crow Indian Reservation 1981, where an old man in a boat is trying to catch the fish and catches 4 large fish. Tying the boat to the shore, he cut one of them, but suddenly all fish started twirling and moving. The scene switches to a Red Crow police car which stops outside a hut where a sick dog of his ex-wife is on his last legs. Trailer: a police officer talks about his ex-wife Joss with the older man who was already present, and he immediately shoots the dog with his pistol. He put the dead dog in his car's boot. The scene moves to Joss cutting large wood pieces. She also told him about their only son, who got arrested last night with his stepbrother Lysol. He left with the thought of visiting the police station at noon. In the car, she talked to a lady on an intercom. She told him about a drunk man who tried to eat hens at somebody's farm. The lady informed him about his dad's upset mood, who called her in the morning. He managed to handle all of this and moved to his dad's place. The scene switches to the same older man who goes fishing at the beginning. The policeman asked about the fish and told him about the tragedy, and he was amazed to see the sliced fish alive. They decided to burn the dead dog and fish. When they moved outside, they saw the dog barking and active. They were stunned to see all this, anyhow fired it again and burned them. The scene moves to the jail where Joseph sleeps and his stepbrother is smoking. Both got arrested for misbehaving with the car person. Another man is in prison with them and started vomiting and spitting a lot of blood here and there. Joseph and his brother started screaming and calling the police. On the other hand, Trailer and Joss, Joseph's parents, are asking about their son's crime. The police officer told them he climbed up on the bridge and defecated the car passing by. In the next scene, the policeman and Trailer moved towards the jail to free Joseph and Lysol. They saw the man growling in blood all over the floor. They considered it some mischief of Joseph and his brother. The policeman moved ahead to see the man, but instantly he woke up and attacked him. He turned into a zombie, bit his neck, and Joseph and Trailer tried to save him. In the next scene, Joseph also gets bitten by the man while saving the policeman. Joseph's mom advises him to improve and treat Lysol as a brother but not as a kid. In the next scene, Trailer connected on the intercom, and the lady informed him about the pregnancy of Joseph's girlfriend. The scene switches to a hospital's waiting area, where Joseph's girlfriend is waiting for him. He got his bitten hand band-aid, and both talked about aborting the child. Finally, they decided to keep the baby. Joss is finding tetanus injections for his son but could not find any, and the receptionist told her that the emergency removed all tetanus from the hospital. Meanwhile, Joss noticed some noise in the hallway. A zombie ran toward the patients. In the next scene, Trailer moves to the Shooker's house, which is a friend. He complains about his wife's sickness and his newborn baby. Shooker is drunk, and Trailer moves upstairs to see what happened. His wife was eating her baby and suddenly attacked him. He managed to run from there but got bitten in his hand. His wife attacked Shooker, but they somehow killed her and ran away. Both are moving towards a nearby hospital. All ambulances are busy, and there is an emergency in the city. The zombie plague has been spread all over the country. On the other hand, Taylor talked to Doris through the intercom, and she informed him of all the cases in the city. She is advising everyone to keep themselves away from any infected person. An ambulance reached under the bridge, and Trailer and Shooker approached them. Joss and Joseph were in the ambulance, and they got attacked by zombies. Trailer helped them to run from there and freed Joseph from the lady trying to bite him. He cut her face with a saw, and there was blood everywhere. They burnt the dead zombies. The scene switches to 6 months later, where the whole country is scared and uninfected people live in strict quarantines. Lysol, Joseph, and the community are occupied under strict restrictions with walls and proper security. A man with his infected daughter approached them for help as he thought they would help save the girl's life. But they couldn't do anything but kill infected people. They killed the girl with the saw and let her father move in with them. Lysol argued with Joseph and slapped him. Lysol was disturbed due to the stressful condition and kept arguing with everyone there. Trailer is also infected, but all brown people are believed to possess robust immunity systems. Therefore, they are more prone to survival from infection for longer. James is one of the survivors and solaces the dead girl's father. White people are less immune to infection, so they are advised to kill first. Charlie is also white but is not infected till now and is afraid about her fetus. In the next scene, Joss runs a medical camp for the people there. Lilith came to them and was infected, but she kept it hidden from them to save her life. Lilith put off her shirt in the bathroom and started examining the bite. Meanwhile, saw the dead girl's father changing into a zombie. She got so scared and ran away from there. The scene switches to Trailer and all discussing the city's safe places and the production of clean food, water, and weapons to survive for more days. They talked about all the situations of zombies and their dead bodies in the city. They plan to eliminate them as soon as possible and use fewer weapons, instead use swords to cut them off. In the next scene, Trailer kills the dead girl's father with a saw. Joseph and Charlie are talking about Lysol's misbehavior and they are worried about their child. They discussed the name of their upcoming baby and smiled. Trailer got a large wound and came to Joss for stitching. Lysol is drunk and misbehaves with his dad and Joseph. He is worried about his survival and shortage of weapons. He talks rubbish and leaves to party with the alcohol and gas they saved for survival. Joss asks Joseph to keep him calm and handle him as a drunk. In the next scene, Charlie had a nightmare and woke up a jerk. She thought her child would eat her from inside. The scene switches to Lysol's party, where he is very drunk and apologizes for misbehaving with his girlfriend. Moon is an aged survivor who is having some philosophical talk about Earth and life. Meanwhile, Joseph heard some noise. He moved towards it and saw Lilith and Lysol. Lysol was about to make love with Lilith, and she turned into a zombie, cut his private parts, and bit him everywhere. In the next scene, while holding their weapons, Trailer and two others rush toward a room. A zombie enters and they shoot him dead. It seems like they are discovering new places to live and cleaning them from all zombies. They checked every corner of the area and killed all of them. The next scene jumps to Lysol and Joseph, where he is crying with pain. Joseph helped him to move out of the car and motivated him to stay alive. He is trying to save his brother's life. Both are crying and hugging each other. But at that instant, Lysol stabbed Joseph with a sharp knife and he fell to the ground. Lilith is tied onto ropes and the drunk Moon is with them. In the next scene, Joss is helping a little girl with sleep and encouraging the frightened Charlie about the whole situation. Suddenly, they heard a knock, and it was Joseph, injured, but he managed to reach there. Lysol was following him. Joss tried to handle the situation, but a random guy opened the door and got eaten by zombies. In the next scene, Trailer and his men get a call from Joss to help her. She talks about Joseph and the zombies' attack. Trailer took weed, weapons, and his team with him to save Joseph and alive people in the medical camp. A large group of zombies attacked them, but they managed to run from there and reach the place safe and sound. In the next scene, two zombies are caught at the door. He kills them with a sword and meets Joss and Joseph. They gathered all the people in a truck and rushed towards the nearby safest place. Joseph was worried about Charlie. She was in pain. Suddenly, they got attacked by a whole population of zombies from all sides. Trailer could not make it and sacrificed his life for his family and grandchild. Joss was so melancholy that she left Trailer in between the zombies and couldn't do anything to save him. They cut Trailer's body, chewed his intestines, and tore him into pieces. Joss could not bear it and cried like a child. The following scene switches to an old lady, where James and Lysol force her to call Trailer for help. They put a gun on her head, and a zombie was there to kill her at any moment. Lysol did not know about Taylor's death. Jospe's grandfather, who is in the car with Joseph, received the call of the old lady and ensured to reach the place as soon as possible for help. James, Lysol, and Moon kidnapped all the living people from the truck and hijacked them in the church. All are tied to solid ropes, and they cannot say anything. In the next scene, Moon oppresses all the people, and James abuses them. Meanwhile, Taylor's friends reached the church and attacked Moon. He died on the spot. On the other hand, Charlie is about to give birth and cry in pain. Joss is helping her with it and calming her down. Suddenly, Lysol reached there and killed the driver. Joss pointed the gun at him. As a result, he pointed the gun at Charlie. Joss surrendered and requested to leave Charlie. Lysol was upset about the bad behavior of his parents. Joss tried to admonish him, but he threw a zombie at Charlie. At the same time, Joss fired him, but she could not stop the zombie. Z attacked Charlie and infected her. Joseph reached there and killed Z. Charlie is now being infected with the plague. In the next scene, Joseph and his grandfather carried injured Lysol to an open place and stabbed him in the abdomen with a heavy heart. Joseph was helpless and maltreated. That's why he did not respond to Lysol's emotional speech before dying and killed him with his own hands. Joseph cried and left. A shot was fired in the air to call zombies towards Lysol. A large group rushed towards him. He tried to kill them but couldn't. In no time, they tore him into pieces and chewed all over his body. The scene switches to Charlie and Joss, where they are crawling toward the Red Cross River. They found some help in the form of a boat and ran to it. Joseph's grandfather, one of the survivors, refused to leave the place because of some emotional attachment to the place. Joseph cried and left him there. A large group of zombies rushed to him. He fought with them bravely and finally succeeded. In the next scene, Charlie is screaming with pain, and Joss is helping her with it. Finally, she gave birth to a baby girl. In the next scene, Joseph is holding and admiring his daughter and Charlie is anesthetic. She desired to see the child, but Joseph put the child in her lap. She cried with joy and love. She instantly asked to remove the child from her lap as she was infected and didn't want to harm her daughter. In the last scene, Charlie asks Joseph to shoot her because she will turn into a zombie after some time. Joseph denied it, but on insisting, he shot her dead and cried badly. He holds his head in Charlie's lap for a long time. Only 3 of them, Joss, her granddaughter, and Joseph, are left alive. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.